What's good, people? Flynn here, back again, another build video for Division 2, and this one I got for you today is absolutely crazy. Now, there's obviously a global event going on in the Division 2 called Assault, which basically encourages you to be up close and personal with the enemies, so this build today is perfect for the event that's currently going on. It will be utilising the RPM SMG that can output 1600 RPM, 5 armour cores, bonus armour, 1 million plus crits, and 15% armor on kill, and much more. So let's get into the rest of this build video and break it down piece by piece and show you what I got going on. Now, the weapon we are using is the Ouroboros submachine gun, and the only reason we are using this weapon because of its incredible fire rate of 1600 RPM. Now, the talent itself isn't that useful, but it's still good to have a talent on there, and it reads: when the agent has a status effect applied to them, 50% of the ammo in their next magazine will apply the same status effect to their targets. This effect will only occur during combat. What that pretty much means by status effect is anything that the enemies put on you, whether that be shock, disorient, poison, any of that kind, it will then go into your magazine for your next clip. Now, the other attribute we're using is damage to target out of cover, which I would recommend. Now, going on to the rest of the pieces, we are using a 4-piece striker. Now, everyone knows about striker. It's probably the strongest DPS in the game, which is why I'm using it today. Now, the 2 pieces gives you 15% weapon handling, and the 3 pieces gives you 15% fire rate, and the 4 pieces itself, weapons increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. 1 stack loss per second between 0 and 50 stack, and 2 stacks loss per second between 50 and 100 stack. And on this piece, we are using 15% weapon damage with a crit chance and crit damage mod. Holster, we are using armor crit hit damage. For the knee pad, we are also using armor crit hit damage. And for the gloves, armor and crit hit damage. Now, going over to the chest that we'll be using, that is going to be a Bellstone Armory. Now, the reason I've chose to use Bellstone Armory is because it gives you a passive of 1% armor regen, which is great, but the 2-piece itself actually gives you armor on kill. The talent we're going to be using on this is Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, gain 1 stack each second up to a max of 9. Each stack increases weapon damage by 4% to enemies within 10 meters. All stacks are lost when you have no bonus armor. And for the rest of the attributes, we are using crit hit damage, crit hit chance with a crit hit damage mod. Moving on to the Bellstone Armory backpack, which is also a named called Liquid Engineer, and the reason we are using this is because it gives the talent Perfect Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds a stack of 12% bonus armor for 10 seconds, max stack is 10, and the other attributes we're using is 12% crit damage, 6% crit chance, and 11% crit damage mod. And the skills we'll be using for this build is the Banshee Pulse and the Defender Drone. Now, if you didn't want to use the Defender Drone, you could replace it with the Crusader Ballistic Shield. Another option is to replace it with the Reviver Hive. So they are your options for skills. And looking at the stats now, you can see that we're running 56% crit chance, 148% crit hit damage, 70 headshot damage, 40% all weapons bonus, 26% submachine gun damage, 1.7 million armor, 341,000 armor on kill, and 17,000 armor regeneration. And we are using the Gunner Specialization. And the reason we're using Gunner is for that rate of fire and armor on kill. And that is pretty much the build overview for you guys. If you did enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Got a visual on additional hostile. Want to try over there?
True says I've turned the memorial into a base.
Sensor's itchy.
Securing the area.
Shit!
Bad, Agent!
We can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
I'm mobilizing! Don't let him out!
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside...
We've got a friendly down!
Let's go.
Going to set up a turret!
Heavily armored hostile.
Time to move!
Incoming hostiles detected.